Willow Springs, and we are here in the 1987 Legends for my first ever official race here at Willow Springs. And we're doing it in a car that I thought was going to be pretty fun to wheel around here, kind of like a riverside. We only got 5 minutes qualifying here, so I better get going if I want to qualify, but probably don't really care either way. I'm car number 8 out of like 16 or something. First time slot of the week, decided to jump in this, give this a shot, and my goodness, this is extremely difficult. Very, very difficult. There's so little brake markers through a lot of these corners, and this car, of course, does not like to slow down or turn. So if you're not right on it or early on your braking, you're probably going to go off the track. Track is very narrow, tons of runoff. Oh, and by the way, you got to focus on not missing shifts at the same time. This is going to be a very, very challenging combo for sure. And this is a section that I have not got right. Yeah, there we go. And then it tightens up here for the front straight. We'll see if we can put in a lap. I mean, it's just all going to be about keeping it on the track. We're not going to be winning it like we did at Daytona. I am not looking very fast. I ran a 125, which I thought was pretty good. The faster guys are up in the 123s. But of course, tire fall off is a big deal, even on road with these cars. That's kind of how we stole Daytona. We were able to take care of our tires by not pushing it the whole time, but got much more experience at Daytona. I'm much more comfortable there, unlike this place where I have no experience really and very low comfort level. But we're gonna do our best here. We're just racing the track. There just happens to be other cars at the same time, or other cars on track at the same time. My goodness, this whole section is just crazy. Crazy difficult. This one, I feel like I should be attacking it harder, but every time I try to go just a bit quicker, I overdrive it. Yeah, there we go. And our qualifying's over. Well, we might have time for a lap. 150 left. Let's see if we can put in a lap. We can do one sub 143 for sure. If I can actually do the dang lap. The tires are not going to be happy with me anymore. Tire fall off very immediate in these cars. Really needed to do a lap in that first lap. But if we can at least get a time in, I imagine we're going to be ahead of a lot of people. Not that I'm going to be faster, I just think a lot of people aren't going to be able to get their laps in, and forget it. Holy cow, man, this is going to be a tough race. Holy cow. Just one little bit of overdriving and you are off the track. And I could not do a clean lap in qualifying here. How many people are going to do a lap, though? That is going to be the question. Looks like a ton of people. All right. So maybe I'm one of the only ones that's struggling really bad. That's okay. Right in the back, maybe, and I imagine there's going to be some people that drive off, maybe get some free spots, and maybe can learn some lines a little bit and not double shift. Come on. And these curbs. Let's just get as many 1Xs in qualifying as we can. Those curbs just destroy you. This car, with how soft the suspension is, you wouldn't think those curbs would be that big of a deal, but oh my goodness, they send your car flying. It's crazy. This is going to be a tough one. I will not be surprised if we see several wrecks. We got four 1Xs, and the only other person that had more than one was a guy with 5. So we were doing pretty bad there. So don't expect much out of me. I did practice. I was able to do some laps. I did like a 5-lap run. But of course, once we get to qualifying, that all goes out the window.
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye. All right, man.
If we do pit, I guess we'll take tires.
Put in plenty of fuel to finish the race.
We're not going to pit if we don't have damage.
2,528.
It's competitive out there. Head down, stay sharp.
I'm happy to be number 8 and not like number 1, because I would be putting way too much pressure on myself to do well when I know I'm not going to do well. The only way we're going to do well in this one, I got no speed. I just have to keep it safe and keep it on the track and hopefully avoid anything that happens ahead of us. That grass is so much grippier now that people can actually correct it and spin back onto the track instead of just sliding off into oblivion. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. If anybody drives off, they could come back and spin out. And once your tires, like you can grip up in the grass a little bit and get back turned towards the track and driving towards the track, but once the tires hit the pavement, it just like insta spins because your wheels are moving a lot faster than the grip. But man, we'll see. It's gonna be tough to survive. We got 22 laps. Hopefully the people behind me are gonna be nice and cautious. These first few braking zones are gonna be pretty heavy.
You have 2 additional sets of tires for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
Man, this is gonna be crazy. I hope I have a long enough video and not like a 10-minute video of me wrecking in turn 1. I feel like I could easily wreck myself though. Just gotta be careful. We're starting in the back because we couldn't do a qualifying lap. I tried. But could not do it. P12 here, we're going to be on the outside for the first left-hander. It's probably fine, so if we overdrive it, maybe we won't plow into anybody on our outside. We can slide out into the grass. It's better than hitting somebody. And then we're going to be on the right side for this first right-hand carousel type corner. And I have absolutely no idea how too wide through this reverse corkscrew is going to be. I imagine it's not going to be. I imagine you're not going to want to be too wide at all. Oh, we will see. We will see. 3 cars, the first one that did not qualify, I think. Yeah. He's ahead of the 11 right, or the 13 right now, but the 13 is actually just ahead of him. In the standings anyway. How many people we got behind us? We got 2 people, and then we got a guy 14 seconds back. We only got 3 people starting behind us. It's a 15-car field. Okay. So, not much pressure there. Hopefully they don't just miss their braking point and fly into the corner, but not a difficult thing to do in this combo. They might both be starting on the outside, or the left side. I don't know. This is going to be a treacherous one.
Wow.
For sure, for sure. 22 laps. I wonder how long that's going to be. I guess if we're doing a minute and a half per lap, it's going to be like 30-something minutes. Here we go. I don't know which gear to start in. I'm just going to stay in second. We don't need to be aggressive here. Just got to keep in mind how tight these corners get on exit. Several of the corners tighten up massively on exit. You got to be prepared for that.
The pace car is in.
Coming to the green. We are going. Here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
I'm leaving it in third gear for a lot of this next section as well, just because the less shifting I have to do, the better, and I think it's a little bit smoother for me.
Car on your left.
Alright, decent start. We got space around us here. We may not see too much contact. This is a pretty high strength of field, honestly, for a road race. In a stock car, anyway. Alright, not bad, not bad. Don't run over anybody ahead of us. We're all going to be going extremely slow through this section because these are boats. Is anybody going to overdrive this next downhill corner where the camber kind of falls the wrong way? 3 car goes a bit wide, but looks like everyone keeping it on track. That's good. Oh, somebody might have hit that curb and saw some netcode of him nearly flipping over, but I don't think he actually did that. He might have flung in the air a bit. Alright, we're slowing down a little bit for this entry. That's good. I was worried I was underdriving the heck out of it. Alright. Careful here. It's a good way to shove the nose. Just took a little bit of loss on exit there so I didn't get into the grass. Alright, nice and smooth. Nice gap behind us. A little bit loose on braking there, that's interesting. Must have braked a little bit harder than I had been. I didn't feel that in practice. Alright. Up the hill. Hill can slow you down a lot, which is helpful. Still have not seen any contact. This has been very clean to start with. Is it going to stay this way, though? Watch that curb. I don't want to get shoved out wide on that corner, going over the hill like that. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay, a couple people run off again. We're compromising our exit a bit onto the long straightaway, but we're keeping it safe.
Alright, man. 20 to go. Go get him.
There's a 125 that we just did right there. So that's fine. If I can run right around that, I'll be happy. I mean, we're car number 8 in P11. That's not that far off of what the iRating says we're supposed to be. This is just a pretty strong field. And also, I'm just not that good. They're fighting hard up here, the 10 and the 3. 3 goes out wide there a little bit. He catches the curb. The 12 is spun. I got nowhere to go, as usual.
3 wide, you're on the right. You got 1 on your left. You're 2 wide there.
We got damage on the front end.
Still there.
And of course,
Still there. Clear on the left.
he just stopped sliding across the track, and I could not get the car to turn where I needed to. I could have done a lot better at avoiding that, probably, but unfortunately I did not. I'm getting a little annoyed with all the people just stopping right in front of me in the middle of a corner. That's happening a lot in these road races recently, apparently. It's alright, we're okay, as long as we don't blow up again. Which we might. Let's put that up there. This is a long race. I don't know how he spun at that point. Didn't look like anyone was close enough to him to make contact. Unless he really clipped the curb and jumped on the throttle or something. But he was just parked right in the middle of the racing line. I don't really think I could have done anything to avoid it. 10 car drove off.
Go left.
And we just gotta wait. We can't go too wide at any point of this section. He's gonna drive off here as well.
Got one on your
That
right.
gets us by him,
All clear,
thankfully.
all clear.
His tires were heated up from the first time he drove off. Please don't blow up. I'm braking a little bit more than I want, but that's fine. Don't blow up, car. We're in a good spot here. You got big, heavy sheet metal on the front of the car. There's no reason you should be getting engine damage for a little hit like that. Right? Puts us P9, I think. I shifted twice there, apparently. It's okay. I'm overdriving that. Gosh. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Calm down. We got to get these tires all the way to the end. And that is a long time from now. Just come to a complete stop for this corner because there's no other way to really get it around. Don't go wide, please. Thank you. 11 car's looking pretty quick behind us. See some dirt kicked up right there. Don't see a car off though. Let's get it shifted before we make the sharp right-hander. Alright. Now that I don't have people in front of me, I'm a little bit worse, I think. Can't follow anybody else's line. That's okay. As long as we're not overdriving it and getting slidey, I think our tires will be good to us. Nice and smooth on throttle. A little bit too much sliding there. Down into second gear. Okay. We got a little loose there on throttle, so perhaps that's what happened to the 12. We're going to go wide.
Yeah, there's no point fighting you there.
I think the 12, that was the 12 that spun, right? You might have just got on throttle, cutting it back to the left there, and then it just spun on him, I guess. Or cutting back to the right, I don't know. We'll take a look at it after, of course. Cars ahead of us slowly drawing away, but lots of race left. You never know what could happen. Guy behind me is much better through this corner, though.
The leader just did a
25.941.
Alright. Decent exit. I think the temps are okay. They're still going up, though. I'm concerned with it. I don't know what a high temperature is in these cars. I don't think I've ever had it overheat before. In this car. But we're staying in the green. It is still going up, the water temp, but looks like it'll be okay. Yeah, bouncing the curb, that's what we want to avoid. We are not going to be able to hold this 11 car off, I don't think. Yeah. Slowed down really early and still slid off quite a bit. Alright, let's try and enter a little bit more aggressively here. Maybe get a bit extra speed out of this corner. Start slowing down a little bit more here. Okay, that felt pretty good. That was good there. Yeah, we gained some time on him. Actually caught the guy ahead of us as well, the 5. Just a little bit.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.8 seconds.
Okay, now all of a sudden we're not turning for that corner. It's alright. We didn't actually lose that much there. Might have to start shifting into second though, just to get it to turn. 14 is not that far behind the 11. So we by no means even have a top 10 guaranteed here.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 7.7.
7.7, that's almost a second slower than what it was at the front stretch. Or a second bigger. I'm not gonna challenge that corner. I don't think that's a corner you can try and dive in and get a real deep entry. That's just one you gotta accept that you've got to slow down crazy early. At least with this car. Because holy cow, it will just send you straight off. As well this one, if you're not careful. As we're about to find out. Okay. If that was the old grass, that would have spun me. Left rear just barely clipped it. Now the 5 has gotten by the 9, and they've both pulled away by quite a bit that lap. Right, we need to start slowing down earlier for turn 1. It's not one to turn anymore, or slow down. Tires are just hot. Brakes aren't working as good. Alright. Looks like we're sitting about the 127s. It's probably realistic for me. At least with the tire fall off. We're not going to be hitting 125s consistently. Holy cow, I don't know how he's gaining so much on me through there. He nearly got into the back of us. He's gonna be past me if he's getting that close through the corkscrew. Nice and easy. Make sure we get it slowed down before we get to the sharper portion. Watch out for that curb, it'll kick you out wide. Alright, temps are looking okay. That's good.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.9 seconds.
Nice and easy through here. Okay, that's the best we've hit it in a while. I think I can turn this off. Don't need that as a distraction. Ooh, something happened behind us. We got 4 seconds now, so maybe he went off. Just now saw that. Actually, the car behind us is the 14 now. It was the 11, wasn't it? Pretty sure. So the 11 must have went off or spun or something. He's back to 8 seconds. Yeah, here we go. Got nothing for these front guys. I don't really think it's the damage doing it. I think they're just quicker. I don't feel like the damage has hindered us at all. I mean, it might have, probably has a little bit, but I just don't think we're that quick. And I'm not that comfortable. And comfort level around the track is a big thing when you take these to road courses. So I was really comfortable at Daytona because I've run Daytona so many times. Even though that's still a tough combo because the cars don't like to slow down or turn. But I think that really helped me just know what I needed to do to be smooth and take care of it. This one, all the corners are like tightening radius, and there's so many blind entries and very few braking points. It's just a very hard track, but it's a blast, and it looks freaking beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I am very, very slow through the corkscrew, apparently. I'm losing a ton of time to everybody. I'm not sure how I would take it any faster and make it. Struggling getting it to turn for that corner as well. Hey, we're almost halfway. That's good. Make sure we're getting it slowed down. See if we can set up an exit. Yeah, that was pretty good. Unfortunately, the 14 still caught us by about a second. And that actually felt like one of my better laps in a while. We're going off here if we don't spin. Looking at my lap time and not the track. We're alright. We lost a second doing that. That's fine. We kept it alive and didn't spin out. Don't want to be in second through there, but I kind of had no choice. Alright. Get it to turn here. Please. Alright. Get it to turn here. Alright. There we go. He's within a second behind us. That's fine. If he gets a run, you're not going to fight him too hard. So I'll just end up driving off again.
Closing on you. The gap is 1.1 seconds.
Alright, don't miss the corner. Alright. Let's make sure we hit our braking marker this time. It's that little corner of dirt right on the pit exit is where I'm kind of braking. You say 10 laps to go, I think? Oh, almost went wide. Alright. Nice and easy. Oh. Okay. Kind of forgot where I was there for a second. And nearly overdrove it. Hard for me to stay focused this long in a road race. Alrighty, alright. Not terrible. Can we get a good exit? Oh yeah. Pretty good. Not any better than the 14, but acceptable for my standards. That felt like a really good turn one for me. All these corners have names, but I've got no clue what they are. They showed it on the map right when the session launched or when it was loading, but I've already forgotten. I think one of them's Castrol. Might have been that right-hand carousel. Alright. Make sure we get in there a little bit more comfortable. 14 went a little bit wide behind me. We gained a couple tenths, but not a ton, like half a second.
Car 1
Has taken the lead.
Alright, come on. Nice and easy. Alright. You can kind of use that pit entry pavement to get a little bit wider of an exit. It's kind of helping. You can time it right. And I am struggling getting this thing to slow down for turn 1 now. That was okay. Could have been a lot worse. We could have overdrove it again, shifted to second. Can we get an exit without driving off the track? We can. Get it up through the corkscrew. A little bit wide there. That actually sets you up for a better entry here. But we kind of turned in and cut ourselves off a bit anyway. All right. None of these corners are easy. You don't get a cool down corner. Your cool down corner is the front straightaway. Alright. Almost 3 seconds behind us now, which is good. Full brake. Huge amount of brake. Don't spin. All right. Nice and smooth. That actually felt like a pretty good sector. We still lost a bit. Oh. Thought I was gonna go off there. Okay. 14's definitely quicker than us, I think. He's just had a couple mistakes. Okay, I'm not getting this thing to turn now. That's not good for that section. Okay. There's a lap car ahead, but I'm not sure we'll even catch him before the end of this. Thought I was going to overdrive it again, but we didn't. Actually had a pretty good entry. Still running 127, so that's probably good. Tire fall off is probably kind of just leveled out. Probably good for me, I mean. That's not going to be... Fast guys are going to be way better than that.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is
9.9
seconds.
9.9. He's getting around that lap car. We're loose there. Oh my gosh, we're going to drive off the hill. This thing hates to turn in that corner. It's insane. It's off camber. And this thing hates to turn when there is camber. Banking in the corner. Alright, no. Turn. Okay, that was close. That was close. 14's catching us like crazy. He had fallen back to 3 seconds with, I guess, a mistake or something. He's already back within 2 seconds. And we got 5 laps to go. We do have a lap car that we might have to get around, and this is an extremely narrow track, so I don't know how that's going to work. It's all going to depend on how we catch them. Alright, I entered that a little bit harder than I planned.
9 seconds.
And I'm not turning. We gotta be careful, these tires are not liking this race anymore. Tires are no longer cooperating.
The leader just did a 26.1.
Well, we're not that far off. A lot closer than I thought we would be. I thought we'd be 2 or 3 seconds off. We're only about 1. So that's okay. Oh, I'm gonna drive off. I'm not careful. I completely missed the apex. Oh, we got the 10 car. Oh, he was already behind us. He was already behind us. We passed him earlier when he drove off. He must have had to reset. Still P9. We're actually catching the 5 and the 6, but they're still 7-something seconds up. So unless they wreck each other, I don't think we're getting those spots.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 6.8 seconds.
Okay. Can we get it to turn here for the first time in 5 laps? A little bit. Okay. That is a tough, tough corner. 1.6 back. He's kind of held steady last few laps. Hopefully we can catch the lap car on the straightaway, but it's not looking like it's going to time out that way unless he just pulls over. Maybe next lap. No, we're probably going to catch him in the corkscrew or something this lap, unfortunately. That's the worst place on track to catch a lap car. Oh. Worst section to catch somebody. This is going to hurt us big time.
Car on your right. Still there.
Man, that was extremely
All
costly.
clear, all clear.
Extremely, extremely costly.
2 to go this time by.
14 gets by him very easily. Really needed the 13 to pull over on the front stretch or something, or the straightaway before the corkscrew there, because that hurt us big time. We're still okay. Just can't make any mistakes, but we already knew that. Oh, that is annoying though. He's well within a second now. Be nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. That felt pretty good, actually. Can we get it to turn around here? Not too bad. come to a complete stop for that corner, but it's okay. Everyone has to. Feels like you're just being terrible slowing down that much, but you have to do it or it won't turn. And nothing the 13 did wrong there, really. He doesn't have to pull over for us way before we catch him or anything like that. It was just annoying timing.
One more left to go.
And it's hard for him to look behind him and pay exact attention with how quick we're catching and stuff like that, for him to know that he could pull over there and let us go without costing anybody time. But he went in and held his line. He did what he needed to do. It's just the timing was bad for us. Nothing anyone really did wrong. Oh, 2.1 behind us now. So he must have went off or had some issue. We got lots of space. Just need to be nice and smooth. We're on the white flag lap. Running P9 with a messed up nose. After that contact, that was really the only wreck that I saw. Okay, now let's not get a little
Nice job, Kale.
too comfortable. Alright. One more time around this corner. Let's just not drive off. Be nice and careful. And we'll take a top 10.
Ooh, big oof.
Oh, we got... Oh, we might get more than a top 10.
Go right.
We're going to get 2 free spots there at the end. Did they not know where the start-finish line was?
Andre won.
There's the checkered.
Man, see that till right now.
There you go, man. Good job, driver.
Well, we get P7 then. I don't know what was going on there. That one guy looked like he was swerving like the race was over, but the start-finish line wasn't until like another 100 feet. We get 2 free spots right at the end. We actually beat our car number. We get P7. How about that? Wasn't expecting that. Good racing to the 14 there. He was keeping the pressure on for quite a while. Huh. Man, what a race. Look at the front end of the car. It does not look very good, does it? I'll take a P7. Unexpectedly, we got our luck right back. We got bad luck for the wreck, and then we got the luck handed right back to us, getting a couple of free spots there that we probably weren't ever going to be close to getting had we not been in that wreck. Anyway, so 12 here. Oh, he gets into the back of the 5, and then I'm trying to get it to slow down and turn. You see, I've got it cranked because I'm running wide because I think he's going to keep sliding back to the inside. So I was going to go to the outside, then I saw he stopped, and he was covering the whole track, and by the time, I mean, there's just nowhere to go. I'm full on brake. Just can't get slowed down in time, and then that bruises up the front end and loses us some time, and then we're like 3 wide through the corkscrew here, but 12's got a lot of damage from that. And so do we, but we end up passing him here. Let's make sure we give him room. We got a Pontiac number 16 here. I don't know if he's downshifting there or what. He got loose on the top of the S's, or the corkscrew. 14 cars is lap 11, grabbing some curb. 10 car, this is the first thing we saw happen to him. Or maybe we didn't see him. No, that we've already passed him at that point. He'd gone off a couple times before that. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is coming to the checkered flag. So the 9 car in 6th and the 5 car in 7th. This is coming to the checkered, final corner of the race. And the 5 just gets right into the back of the 9. And then they're trying to get going. Sort of. I don't know what they're doing, really. He's slowing down, and then this guy just starts swerving for some reason. And then there we go. Pass him right before the line. So that was a really bizarre situation. It's like he was doing this after the race, but the start-finish line wasn't until way right there. And we just go flying right on by. And the 5 car wasn't even going, I guess, to make sure he didn't beat the guy he got into accidentally. But we get 2 free spots, and we finish P7. We get 5X. I think that's acceptable. 5 had 15, so he gets the trophy for most. And the 1 in the 15 had no incidents. Well, 15 wasn't here, but the 1 car won the race with no X. That's pretty awesome. He got, what was his fastest lap? 124. What did Kale do? 124. We did not have that. We did 125.3, and then we were solidly in the 127. We ran a couple 126s after that. But yeah, that was one heck of a race. That is a tough combo. But very fun, very challenging. And yeah, thanks for watching.